Hi everyone, it's Anne from Curious Moon Design. Well, today I've got my sewing hat on and I'm going to show you my new needlebook, which I promised. But firstly I want to show you how I've done the binding, which is quite different to what I normally do. Let me just show you on this one. I normally just stitch through the 2 pages, but I tried something a bit different this time, and I'm going to show you on these 2 pieces of fabric just to make it a bit easier. So you can do this with paper as well, for your journals, and I'll go into more detail about that. But here I've done same binding with paper, and it makes a very nice firm binding, but I'll do that on another video. So all you do for your needlebook is to get your cover page, which I would have lined and put all my bits and bobs on it, buttons, etc., and then your inside page. So what happens is you cut a slit down the middle of the fabric, leaving quite a nice wide area for the binding, and then on the second page you cut a slit. And so I'll just show you how this works. So with the front cover, you pull that through and there you have your binding. It's very simple and very firm, and it's not going to go anywhere. The one thing you have to remember, if you want to have things in a certain order, you have to remember where they are going to go on the... So, for instance, if I decided this was my cover, I would have this as my front of the page, but this is going to be my third page, and this is going to be the back page. So you just have to be aware where your pages are going to go. So when you put this through the hole there, that becomes your cover page and your third page, and that's your second, and then the second page becomes your back page as well. It's a very simple thing to do, but you've just got to get your head round where your pages are going to be. And all I've done also, just to make it a bit firmer, is where I've cut the gap, I've just done some zigzag stitch all the way around, just to give it a bit more strength. So that's what I've done with this needlebook. So as you can see, the binding, I've done zigzag around there, and this is going through here. So I'll just show you how it's turned out. So I put a little half moon pouch there. This was something that I took off a handbag. I've used it, some of them before, you may have seen, and that's going to hold my scissors. So I've just tied that in and put my scissors in there, and then I've done a simple closure of just some wool at the edges. I've chosen this lovely stripy fabric with the same colour in a plain. I've put lace down here, and in here I've made a pocket which has got one of my little needle books just for scribbling and making notes, always handy. And then on the first page made a nice pocket and a smaller pocket there for the needle thread picker. Got a button there and some buttons in here, and a button card. That's one from our Etsy shop. A needle threader, some pins and needles. I put some very antique lace down here which goes nicely with the modern fabric. Some buttons and a thimble. Nice little charm and some ribbon. And I've done lots of pockets in here, and inside here we've got some fabric, some lace and some poppers, fasteners, and some extra ribbon, tape measure ribbon. That goes nicely in there. In here we've got another lovely pocket with some buttons and another charm with a tree on, tree of life. And in here got a button card and a needle pack from our kit. Some more cards. Go nicely in there. Some more felt here and sort of contrast green here with some pins on, threaded needle, some fabric layering and a button. I've done some nice stitching down the edge here, and inside here we've got a pattern piece and some more cards. On this side I've got one of my pinwheels that I've shown you before, and I've just popped that in there in another half moon, and I've got a full circle on there. These are again from the handbag I had. And I've just slipped behind there a card of beautiful gold thread and one of our alteration cards from our packs. Some nice beads on there, tape measure, and in this little pocket I've got a metal crochet hook, just a small one there, and some pins. A beautiful button with a half moon on, or a quarter moon. And then on this side I've got our curious half moon on there, and I'm sort of contrasting the stripes with the, I think it all goes together quite nicely. It's a modern take on one of my other needle books. I hope you enjoy looking through that. I am at the moment putting together a series of videos on how to construct the needle books I make, so it'll be a series of 3 or 4, so that'll be coming out soon. So join us again when I'll be sewing or paper crafting, however I feel on the day, because I love them both. Take care everyone. Bye for now.